Yo, this is how you guys are going to be wanting to control your anxiety when you're in a trade. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys start to finish all the key steps you guys need to be taking and pretty much how you can find your setup, how you should be feeling once you enter your trade, and how you should be feeling about your setups. All right, boom. So what you guys need to go ahead and do is you need to go ahead and just get on your charts and you guys need to go ahead and find the setup you want to take, right? I don't care what strategy you guys use. Whether you guys take breakouts or you guys are a type of trader in which you guys take supply and demand and you only trade tops or bottoms. So there's so many different types. So yeah. So either way, I like to go ahead and start from the top of all-time highs on the daily, grab my Fibonacci, and go ahead and drag it to the most congruent low that makes sense on the screen. So as you guys can see here, we have some resistance being created over here, and I see price topping out and stopping here. So I'm going to go ahead and drag it up a little bit. Boom, and then I'm going to go ahead and lock up price right here. So as you guys can see, now my Fibonacci is pretty accurate. So now I'm going to go ahead and identify my setup. So after this, I'm going to go ahead and identify my setup. So I can see here, we're going to get a daily continuation here, especially on the weekly candle here. So I'm going to go ahead and identify these zones. I see a zone right here, letting me know that once price were to go ahead and finally break above this 4-hour zone here, and which price decided to reverse from, we should get a pretty nice breakout into the next daily setup, which should be about right here very easily. So if I could check on the 1 hour here, we should pretty easily be able to get this type of setup going on here. As you guys can see, we have some 1 hour resistance, support being created here, and then we also have some resistance that was created on the top of the entry point as well. So we know that when price finally decides to break this, we should be able to go ahead and get in here for at least a take profit to at least this next zone all the way up here, right? Okay, so that's going to be a daily continuation. Now, I don't care what type of setup you guys play. You guys need to go ahead and measure out your long position tool. Go ahead and measure out your risk to reward ratio and make sure it makes sense to you. Boom, go ahead and measure out your risk to reward. And then from there, you guys can go ahead and enter in your trade. So now, here is where you guys are going to pretty much eliminate and control all of your anxiety. You're going to have a couple of systems in place. One, you need to make sure that you know what type of setup that you're going to be taking, right? You're not going to be feeling anxious when you know, oh, I've been waiting for this setup for literally weeks or days or hours. I'm not going to do anything else other than this setup because I've been waiting for this. Why would I do anything else and be cringe? I'm not going to do that to myself, right? So you guys are going to make sure that's go ahead and put that in place as well, right? Okay. Another thing you have to take into account is, okay, what's my risk management looking like at the moment? You guys should never be trading with more than 10% of your account at a time. This way, you're not going to be able to blow up your account unless you lose 10 trades in a row, right? If you lose 10 trades, then in a row, then you'll be able to blow up your account. But with risk to reward ratio, and if you guys are playing with for at least a 1 to 2 minimum every single time, your account will compound, especially with these type of trades, which have a very high win percentage. So that's how is another way you guys' anxiety is going to pretty much become diminished because you're going to be like, all right, I know what I'm doing. I feel confident within my setups, and I've taken these setups so many times, and I'm going to go ahead and enter in with full confidence without being scared, right? And especially when you have your risk management in place and be like, oh, my account's not even going to get blown up if I lose this trade. If I lose this trade, it's whatever because my account has X, Y, and Z, however many trades left before I blow up my account. And when you guys have that into place, you guys are going to be able to go ahead and just enter without any hesitation, any anxiety. And you're pretty much, when you're trading with the size to where you can't blow up your account, you're going to be able to just feel unemotional while you're trading, right? So, especially when you do know your stop loss and take profit. It's another thing I'm going to get into. Make sure you guys do know when you're going to exit your trade and when you guys know when you guys are going to enter your trade. So, as well as your stop loss. So you guys can go ahead and set up your stop loss and take profit. I don't care if you guys are on options, futures, crypto, whatever. Set up your limit orders. This way, pretty much the trading is going to be done for you, and it's pretty much going to be like a robot at this point. After you guys enter, just set up your stop loss and take profit and get off the charts completely. You could just also right click your screen as soon as you come near the take profit or the stop loss. Click on every time. You guys can also click notifications at the top, and you guys can click on send email, notify an app, play sound, etc. To go ahead and get more notification settings. You guys can also create every time and go ahead and drag it near take profit. Now, as soon as price hits your take profit, you guys are going to go ahead and get an alert, and then you guys are going to go ahead and be able to get an alert and be like, zzz, oh, I hit take profit or stop loss. You're not going to feel any anxiety when you have your limit orders set up Because when after you already get in, it's not up to you. It's not up to you whether or not the candlesticks either go up and down. So there's no point in sitting there and watching each and every single second of price action. That's going to do nothing but absolutely destroy your mental health, destroy your psychology, and possibly make you close your trades early, which is all cringe things, which is not going to make you succeed in this game. You guys have to be taking the setups in which make the most sense. You guys have to be taking the setups in which are going to bring you guys the most probable chance of growing your account. Because if you're taking low quality setups and you continue to lose, you're going to feel scared to take your next trade, thus building anxiety. Anxiety is your body telling you that it's scared and that it's fear. So what you guys need to do is you need to have these systems in place so that you get on the charts and you're not feeling fear. You need to get on the charts. You need to make sure that you're feeling confident within the setups that you're taking and that you're feeling confident within yourself at each and every single second. Because if you're not feeling confident within your setups and you're within yourself, how do you expect to win and grow in a game in which you're playing against players who aren't scared to even lose $1 million? So you can't be scared to just lose some money, guys. You need to put on your big boy pants or put up your big woman pants, and you guys need to just decide to boss up. You cannot be feeling anxiety or be feeling fear in this game. All that weakness, and all those weak emotions have to be purged from your soul immediately if you want to get anywhere near successful within this game or anywhere in life. Even if you do feel scared, you need to feel confident enough to push through it. Even if you guys are in a trade, you need to have your risk management in place so you can be like, all right, even if I lose this trade, my account's not going to blow up and I'm going to have the ability to take another trade, which is going to be sick. And you guys will most likely probably win that trade. Go ahead and get yourself a nice 1-4. Next thing you know, your account is flipped. And that's really how it should be going, guys. Right? It's way too many people taking way too long to become profitable just because they're stopping themselves from becoming profitable. Because they're stopping themselves from taking the setups. Because they're stopping themselves from progressing. Because they are just being cringe and they're being scared. Don't be like those individuals, guys. You guys need to boss up. You guys need to trust yourself that you can do it. And you guys need to make sure that you're taking the setups that make sense to you, right? There's so many different types of trades you can take. So I'm not just going to project one strategy, but find what works for you. And then from there, you guys can go ahead and take those setups. And it's going to be very easy to go ahead and progress from there. All right, guys? All right. So go ahead and find your zones, mark up your charts, and take your continuations or supply and demand. But just set your alerts, set up your stop losses, and take profits. Make sure your risk management is in place. Never trade with more than 10% of your account. And make sure you guys close the charts after you enter your trade, after you set your alerts. Don't stare at it. Go work on some schoolwork. Go work on your business or go to work. Go do something. Go pray. Most importantly, go pray to God, man. All right. I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. Stack Mode Chris here. This is how you stop feeling anxious. Peace.